Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I am your host, the Housecoat Gamer. It's time for that last mission of stupidity, and I've reskinned my Katinga, or D7, or whatever you want to call it, to match. If only to, illustrate that the STD D7 is not the actual D7.
Jimpok is trapped on Kronos, guarded by the few warriors loyal to his cause. Our recent victories have weakened his position and brought many allies to our banner. There will not be a better time to strike. As Kalish once defeated the forces of the tyrant Molor, so shall we put an end to the reign of Jimpok. Join us in the Boreth system as we prepare for glorious and honorable battle.
I really don't want to deal with this mission. It's beyond broken. Or at least it was. That said, at least I have the normal version. I'm still not happy about not having the improved version, but I have already submitted my bug report to Cryptic. Hopefully they should deal with it next week.
And then he said, either move, or I'm going to have to place you under arrest. Ah! A Ferengi Starfleet cadet telling 3 Klingon warriors to move. That boy had more courage than 10 of these Nook fools surrounding Jimpok. Remember this. Courage comes in all sizes and shapes.
Dahar Master Kang knew this as well. When I was a child, he told me of his glorious adventures. He went into battle with brave and honorable warriors from many worlds. Humans, Trill, even Vulcans.
I do not care what planet they come from. If they are here to knock Jimpok from his throne, they are friends of mine. If we are victorious, I will drink with them and sing great songs of glory. And should we die, I will see them in Stovacor, and we will take our place among the honored dead.
As we stand ready to attack Jimpok, I am reminded of another adversary, Cole of House Cole. Like Jimpok, he craved personal power, to be the single ruler of the Empire. For a time, it seemed that he would succeed, but in the end, his arrogance led to his undoing. Such will be the fate of Jimpok today.
I regret following the orders of such a dishonorable leader. Fortunately, there are others who stand ready to take his place and serve the Empire well. The future holds no place for Jimpok and those like him. The only place for them is Grethor.
The only place for you as well, Cogran, unless you've forgotten how many people you killed during the battle for the Dyson Sphere.
Ordered the invasion of Gorn space and forced our king to bend the knee. Since then, we have been little more than puppets of the Empire and of Jimpok. Today, we will fight for the Empire, not as pawns, but as equals. Today, the puppets will cut the strings!
There is a human saying, necessity is the mother of invention. After all I have experienced in this war, I have come to realize the profound wisdom between those words. Necessity drove me to create defenses against the tricks of Akar. It has driven us to work with the Alachi on defenses against a weapon that once belonged to us.
Yeah, it's too bad Jimpok decided to go crazy and blame me and Martok for everything. Because if he hadn't, I'd be killing you right now. Because I would rather do that. They're terrorists, pure and simple. And unfortunately, due to this, I am an accessory to terrorism. I would prefer Jimpock over any of these people. Except Martok. But honestly, Martok is a better option for Chancellorship than, well, everyone that came before and after him.
It also led to the means to close mycelial rifts and restore the sanity of corrupted Elachi, to turn foes into friends.
I suppose necessity drove us to join the fight against Jimpock. Although the chance to make a tidy profit was also a motivating factor. I suspect the Nausicaans, Lethians, and Ferocans felt the necessity of staying loyal to Jimpock. Too bad. They're about to learn they're backing the wrong side.
Warriors from many worlds, you stand ready to fight and restore the Empire. It is my honor to go into battle with you. Know this. Today, the forces of Jimpock will know defeat!
And I would rather shove a bat'leth into your skull. And twist! I don't like her very much. Have you noticed?
You know what you must do. Face your enemy, show them your blade, fight well, in the name of Kalis, and for the glory of the Empire!
Remember what you fight for today. All of you, no matter what world you call home, know what it means to be Klingon. If that is in your heart, and the enemy takes your life, today will be a good day to die.
Well said. All hands, report to your stations. We depart for Kronos soon. Dismissed! Before you return to your ship, I would speak to you. A lot is riding on the Elachi, and their modifications to this vessel. Do they have your confidence, your trust? Let us hope so. There is one other matter, a personal request. You were at my side in Grethel. You know of the deal I made to secure Lorel's freedom. I have asked those I trust to fulfill my oath should I fall in battle. I count you among their number. If I die before ending Akar and Jimpock, will you do what must be done to send them both to Grethel? Very well. By your hand or mine, may Akar and Jimpock stand before Feklar on this day. The fleet is in position. Beam...
The fleet is in position, just outside the range of enemy sensors. When the word is given, we'll go to maximum warp and travel to the assigned coordinates. Move your vessel into position when you are ready.
The time draws near. If you are prepared for battle, I will give the order to begin the invasion of Kronos. For honor, for glory, for the Empire! All ships have reported in. We are holding position outside the Praxis debris field. Loyalist forces are moving into defensive positions as expected.
The last time I saw Praxis, it was the first night of a full moon. Like the Empire, I thought it would last forever. And yet now, the Empire is shattered, like the moon above our homeworld. Indeed, it is our duty, and we will not fail. Attention all hands! The time has come. Begin the assault. For the Empire!
Yes, this is more like it. Helm, get us into knife-fighting range. Power!
The incoming hostiles are Lethians, Nausicaan, and Ferocans.
The power set is called.
fight!
Wait your turn. Let's fire the weapon at me.
All ships, take evasive action!
I will tear your pathetic fleet apart. Ship by ship. Why?
If Jim Pop will not willingly fire upon us, then we must trick him into doing so.
Evasive maneuvers, all ships! Do not let them lock onto you! All hands, prepare to be targeted by the mycelial weapon. Brace for impact!
I told you not to fire at Jaula. Was she destroyed?
I cannot tell. Too much interference on sensors.
It worked. Tarsev's device worked.
Once more onto the bridge. Dear friend. The liberated Elijah must have been fighting your time and in progress.
Glory to you, Tarsev!
failures on the crystal, and their main drive is to keep blood. They are too safe.
Bring out the blood wine once the stars are cleared of my enemy. Until then, fight!
To all warriors aboard the Christok, this is Matriarch Jaula. You are beaten. Stand down and prepare to be boarded. Surrender the tyrant Jimpok to me, and you will be shown leniency. Defend him, and you will know death.
There will be no victory for you today, traitors. If I cannot have Kronos, no one will. I will detonate the very weapon that Lorel used to become Chancellor. The homeworld will become the grave of the Klingon Empire. Test me in your error.
It is called a hydrobomb. A terrorist placed it in the planet's core during the war with the Federation. Some allies acquired the detonator and gave it to me. It allowed me to give the High Council a choice. Accept my leadership, end the war, or face the destruction of Kronos.
He has beamed to the Great Hall and raised defensive shields. He means to dig in, wait for reinforcements, and force us to quit the field. If we push too hard, call his bluff.
I have known Jimpok longer than any of you. I have faced him in battle. I know his heart. Go to him and issue a formal challenge. His pride, his arrogance will not allow him to refuse. Sometimes the old ways are best. Face the filthy Martok, and bury your blade in his heart.
Whatever you plan to do, I recommend haste. The IKF Targ is approaching with a fleet at high warp.
Very well. Adetpa, I want you and Cochrane to lead our forces here against Akar and his fleet. I will lead a team to First City and seek to challenge Jimpok there. As former chancellors, I would like Lorel and Martok at my side to bear witness to our honorable victory. If that is your wish, I will not deny it. We will transport as close as we can to the Great Hall and begin the final assault from there. Kapla!
Remind me to have a word with Adetpa, if we survive. This is not an ideal place to begin our attack. That smell. Worse than Feklaw's backside.
Under the circumstances, this was the closest she could get us to the Great Hall. Plug your nose
Be
and
wary.
forge on.
Around here, we have more than Jimpok's troops that worry about.
They stand to suffer
From there,
under
we
Jimpok.
should be able to fight our way to
We may
the
have
Great
more
Hall.
allies here. Listen, do you hear?
Look! Dissension in the ranks! Now is the time to strike!
Take the loyalists down while they are distracted.
Hold your fire! I am General Martok. Who do you fight for?
We are warriors of House Kang, General. We fight to restore the Empire.
Kapla! Well fought, Orion! That Orion was leading the defense here. Let us see what he knows about enemy defenses.
the Lady Jaula of House Mokai. Truly, it is an honor to meet you. Please, allow me to offer you my personal gratitude.
Gratitude? For what? I do not know you, Orion. What are you talking about?
His name is Usan Vek, and he is a notorious pirate. I suspect he's thanking you for all the good business this war has provided him. He made the mistake of attacking some freighters carrying goods from my house. A mistake he will never make again, if he is wise.
Consider that lesson well learned, General. I have far better uses for my ships than to serve as target practice for the warriors of House Martok. That's a tall order, friend. There isn't much around here that can get past those shields. Fortunately for you, I happen to have something that will. For the right price, of course.
Earlier, you mentioned your gratitude. Provide us with the means to bypass the shielding, and we shall express our gratitude to you in return. Unless you prefer to deal with the Emperor.
I've seen what the Emperor does to Orions, my lady. We have a deal. Not far from here, some associates of mine are guarding a shipment of Tetrion explosives. They will knock that shielding down quite nicely. Though there is a small issue to be dealt with, I'm afraid. My associates recently informed me that their position was in danger of being compromised by Imperial security. Unless you want those Tetrion lovelies in the hands of the Emperor, I'd suggest lending my people a hand.
I knew Usan Vek to be bold, but running a smuggling operation in the first city? I am not sure if he is bold or insane.
I suspect a pirate operating in the Empire would need to be both, General.
Lower your weapons! Usan Vek sent us.
That Gorn is Usan Vek's enforcer. Talk to him about the explosives.
The boss told us help was on the way. Nice to see he wasn't lying. Imperial security has the rest of my crew pinned down inside. If you're here to help, you need to get in there. We can talk about such things after we save my crew. Agreed? What's your aim? Would you want to blow up your prize, would you?
Gorn to check the cargo manifest. There may not be enough here to get the job done.
According to the cargo manifest, all of the Tetrion charges are in here. Is it a problem? What are you trying to do? There's enough Tetrion in here to blow up a dreadnought. I see. You'll need to hit it at a weak point. Cause enough of a surge to overload the primary emitters and the backup grid. Scanning. Found one. Courtyard side entrance, not far from here. It's a narrower approach. Less need to repel firepower of the same magnitude as the front gates.
Very well. Secure the charges and prepare for battle. We must not fail now. The battle is won. Gather the Tetrion charges while you can. We've got what we came for. Let's go.
Over there, by that field. Place the charges there. Quickly, set the Tetrion charges. Charges in place. Now, get to a safe distance and detonate them.
Reinforcements are beaming in. Prepare for battle!
The disciples of Nine. Watch out for their nanopulse weapons.
Like the wind, I do not respect a fool. And there are many of them asking to dance on my blade. Good. Lady Jahula, the Emperor awaits you in the Great Hall! Face him, if you have the spine for it.
Go. Do what must be done.
Need to return to the Rotaran. Join the fight there. From one ex-Chancellor to another. Use it well.
Come! We have business within the Great Hall.
You do not deserve to hold that blade. Okay. Oh, I suppose that was a stupid question, wasn't it? None of them have reputation gear. Mostly because I haven't been bothering with the Klingon. I don't play with it as often as the Feds or the Romulans or even the Minion ones.
Do you miss this place, Mother? This is as close as you'll get to being Chancellor again, I'm afraid.
You're blocking my path, lackey. Make way!
Arrogant, misbegotten clone! Janchu! Your path ends here. You will not save her. Ta'ula will die on the Emperor's blade.
Those force fields are blocking our way. Destroy the emitters in the walls to bring them down.
So many fools, all eager to fight in a burning house. Ha ha! Wherever you are, but you will go no further.
These emitters have shields. Disable them with your tripod, then destroy the emitters.
Let's hope that the boys at Cryptic weren't lying. I'm sorry if I sound bitter, but...
Time is your true enemy. I have plenty of it, but Ta'ula has but a few dregs remaining.
seriously, I'm more than a little bitter. Not from the story. In fact, at the moment, that's...
You will never get past me.
That's not my problem.
You should have stayed in your own time, barbarian. There is no place for you in my empire.
Dickens, you old fool! The only place for you is Greco.
I mean, they claim they fixed so many missing traits.
Now! I get Pop. We need to block the car's personal transport.
Have you tried shooting him before the community?
That is actually funny.
Understood. I need this transporter. That I can block.
Have you tried using a general transporter inhibitor? You know, the kind of thing that blocks everything?
You still live? Trying to do something about it.
Look, you poor-ass Gowron copy. Die already!
Initiate transport! Immediately!
Quick! Scan his transporter signature.
Seriously, use a transporter inhibitor. He can't beam if you just
You are brave.
block it.
And it is the brave ones who die.
I suspect...
Not this time. Energy!
Quick! Scan his track.
Well done. Give me 2 more and I will shut that loose down.
I'm quite serious. I suspect the only reason O'Reilly decided to voice a car was just to be a...
fight in you. Still your blood boils.
just to be a ham. Because he loves being a ham, apparently.
Jolly true.
Quick, scan his track.
2 scans done. 1 more, and his running days are over.
peoples remain while the house burns to ashes. Pathetic! Account to Tom! Emergency transport!
Got it.
Quick! Scan his transporter signature.
Go! Is becoming annoying! What is this? What have you done?
Oh, there is no escape for you this time, my worm.
Give my regards to Settler!
Well, at least they weren't lying about fixing that.
You cannot win. I will not allow it. You shall never rule. Talk pa, talk be.
Not to be.
They will never follow you. Never.
I believe this belongs to you now.
It belongs to Martok.
No. It is not my destiny. It belongs in your hand, as Chancellor.
Rech Klingon Wochtach Judge! The Sword of Kalish. In my time, most believe it was a thing of legend, of myth. I will not dishonor this sacred weapon. Its legacy will not be tarnished by my hand. I swear it.
May it be a reminder in the days to come, as we rebuild what was broken and replace what was lost. A reminder of all that is great within the Empire!
You wage war against the Federation, you're dead. Just as a warning.
Reforging the Empire will be a challenge, but one worthy of Kalish and all who dwell with him in Stovokor. Fortunately, we are Klingon. We live for such a challenge. 2 weeks have passed since the fall of Jimpuk. Our wounds heal. The honored dead have joined their ancestors in Stovokor. Order has returned to the Empire. Rebuilding what was broken or lost has begun. There is more to be done. But first, we will celebrate our hard-fought victory.
instability within the Empire, the Alliance must stand ready to provide assistance in the rebuilding effort here.
Though I suspect the Empire knows everyone is really sick and tired of this. And that if they want the Empire wants to exist, they're gonna have to stop waging war against, the Federation, the Empire, the Republic, the Dominion.
We cannot afford another Jempuck. The tragedy of Kithamer or worse could happen again. Especially if such a tyrant turned their eyes on the Federation or the Republic. Even the Dominion could be threatened by such a ruler.
When I was living a hermit's life on Nimbus 3, I thought I had seen it all. On that, I was greatly mistaken. Civil war within the Empire, the return of Lorel, even a battle with giant cybernetic reptile. Yes, but in the end, he was too clever for his own good. Dealing with his tricks gave me insight on his computer security. With that knowledge, I was able to trap him on Kronos, where he was dealt with once and for all. Well done, by the way.
There are more like me among the liberated Alachi. Some prefer life within the mycelial network, but others would like to return to their former lives when the time is right. Not at this time. The Alliance has asked me to represent the liberated Alachi. As an ambassador, I will be able to forge a new future for my people, and to protect the sanctity of the mycelial network. Perhaps in the future, I will return to a life among the Romulan people. But for now, my place is with the Alachi.
I, for one, do not recommend running from a wave of mycelial destruction, no matter what age you are. It is not a pleasant experience, I can assure you. Indeed, Grethar holds a number of fools who thought they would be the end of me. There are two, in particular, I'm glad to be rid of on this day. Yes, though I am pleased that their deaths led to Gowron's release from Grethor. Now he resides with Kalis in Stovakor, and I have no doubt Feklar is glad to be rid of him. That wild-eyed schemer was probably well on his way to taking charge of the place when he was released.
Much has changed since my first time as Chancellor, and much has remained the same. I am already besieged with requests and calls for favor from many houses, great and small. Fortunately, I shall have the assistance of the latest torchbearer as we move forward and restore the Empire.
Indeed. As other torchbearers before me, it will be my role to act as an advisor to the Chancellor. And, if necessary, to get my hands dirty where she cannot. It is my intention to serve her and the Empire to the best of my ability. In my time here, we have been adversaries and allies. It has been a strange journey for us both. Without you, the Empire would have been lost. For your role in the conflict, you have my respect and my thanks.
The event has concluded. You may beam back to your ship at your leisure. Once more, I stand for the Empire as its Chancellor. It is a singular honor, and I will lead by example in the days to come. There is much to be done, but we will meet every challenge and emerge victorious, for we are Klingon! Klingon mach tach judge! You have been an honorable ally, and your name will be remembered in songs and tales forevermore. Glory to you and your house. Kapla!
Housecoat Gaming signing